For some reason, my microphone was off during this thing. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna show you what we're building here. Lawns, lawns, lawns starts with my personal website, but this is an open source website. Anybody can clone it. The idea, okay, I need to change this to lawns, obviously, but you get the idea. Come clone the website. Come try it out and use like all these are also open source projects that I've made. Use these. Use all of it. Just just go and create. So the purpose of this is obviously to make a website builder for people like artists like myself who just want to showcase their work, maybe like link to some things and whatnot. There will be a free version which will be hosted by me, but there are some concerns about like property ownership and shit that I don't really want to deal with. So this is gonna be a very limited experience, and there's gonna be disclaimers that no one's gonna like. But the purpose is for you to find a way to host it yourself, and for you to like own all your data instead of putting it in a OneDrive. Put it in here. It's gonna cost you the exact same. Might as well like be a place that like you control and you can like dynamically create experiences. So, anyways, let me get into it. I'm gonna put this null page on just so like the background isn't distracting, but we're gonna click on this desktop at the bottom left. And what you've seen in these other videos, you will now see come to life. So we got a radio. This radio is gonna play random songs from playlists. Which playlists, you might ask? This one. These are all some like sketches that I have. I have like way more. I just need to upload them. And then I can like create specific playlists based on like the general vibe that I want to give off. So we got releases. These are all like release songs. This is from 2014. I put here that it was ready at the bottom. Oops. Yeah, at the very bottom I put ready. You can also delete them. I don't recommend that. But yeah, you play it, listen, blah blah blah. Play smooth vibes here. Kind of comes up to the top. If you click autoplay, that's what it actually plays. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyways, so these are our this is the general gist of what we're doing. You can add playlists if you're logged in. You can add songs to playlists by going to like yeah, and then yeah, like that. I'm not logged in, so it's my iPad. This is a progressive web app, and if you clone the repo and build your own, it is going to be a progressive web app, which is a nice experience for people because they don't need to remember the thing. They just save it to their desktop. So that's where we're at. We got playlists, songs, and then on this homepage, you might have seen. Just gonna put this close this desktop. On this homepage, you see my name, and then you see this like thing that pops up. So this is, I put it here. I usually do this in like a lot of creative projects. I put like something that like really bothers me, like this text, and I put this visible. So it's like I need to fix it. It's just there. It's gonna be like there, and then everyone's gonna be like, "What is this?" I'll be like, "Okay, I need to fix it," obviously. So that's like my way. Your way might be different, but mine's this. So this is the thought module, and I want a place to log all of my random thoughts that I have, and also aggregate from like Telegram, from what Threads or the Fediverse. I just want to aggregate all these thoughts, put them in one place, maybe put little icons beside them to show where they're from, so people can go back to the apps if they want. But the purpose of this is for me, like the end goal. We'll go through it in a sec. Is for me to be able to like create an experience for people, to be able to aggregate all this stuff, link them with other things on my site, on my in my creative workspace, which is my website. And then yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go through. Let's just walk through it. I already recorded this video, so we already have stuff in, like I was gonna draw it, but whatever. So in the last video, it was a really short one. We have our thoughts module here. Actually, I gotta double check that the video recorded audio. Anyways, so we got a thoughts module. This is gonna be a place where we're just gonna log. It's like a journal. And I had the fun idea that it's gonna be. It's this is super messy, by the way, and I'm sorry, but I've like written over it like 4 times. I know what's going on, but probably no one else does. So we got the thoughts, kind of like we got our, as we saw, radio, playlists, song information, thoughts module, thoughts aggregator module. So this is just the place where you're gonna like press plus and you're gonna put down your thought, and then it's gonna be put onto this like kind of like lined paper module thing. It's gonna look cool. I'm gonna like it. I think it's gonna be cool. Um, and I had this fun idea where it's like a journal where it's like you have lines and stuff, but it's not gonna like break. It's not gonna like make it have a new page. It's just gonna break mid thought into the next page. I think it'll be cool. It's like a journal when you're actually like writing, you run out of space and you have to like flip to the next page. So that's gonna be a fun little module to work on. I'm like very excited about this. This is next. I'm gonna take a walk in a few minutes here to the coffee shop and do a little do a little coding. So that's like very straightforward. Just a bunch of like random thoughts, write them down, have them here, just people can flip through them. Publish the ones you want, keep the ones secret that you don't want. And then we have our, this is kind of like the next landscape, which is where we're going to bring together song, where I'm going to bring together my song sketches, okay, my thoughts, because like they're very intertwined. It might be like, maybe you're like, anyways, before we get there, creative experience, no, sorry, curated experience thingy, CET. So what is this, right? Let's say you went on a trip and you took a bunch of pictures. And those pictures are sitting on your phone, and you're like, "Oh, I want to like show my friends these pictures. Not this one though." So I'm gonna select all these pictures, I'm gonna upload them, and then I'm going to like arrange them uh, in like a slideshow. That is a curated experience, right? You're like you're showing people, you're showing pictures of your trip. You're letting people put it on, like they're gonna put their iPad down or whatever, and people are gonna watch this experience. And that is our curated experience made by the person. It's not a carousel. Like Instagram's got carousels, all that stuff. It's not a video. These videos cost a lot of money to host, and also time. Like, who has time to put it together? Let's just make a dynamically visual slideshow in the browser. Like, this is not a thing people just have. It obviously is a WordPress and all these other sites. WordPress sucks. F WordPress. This is better. Mm. So we're gonna make this like creative, or sorry, curated experience. And this is an example, like a slideshow is an example of a linear experience. You have a picture, go to the next picture, blah, 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 blah. Right? And this is where lawns, excuse me, this is where lawns embraces non, no, this isn't where brought lawns embraces non-created discovery. This is where lawns embraces user curated. So you might be like, I'm just showing people slideshows. This is the most boring example I could come up with, okay? Because I don't want you to like have to think too hard. Didn't want you. Now I want you to think. So you better put on your thinking caps because this is where your mind needs to open and be present. So I'm a songwriter. I'm an artist, a visual artist. I had my first sketch. Maybe it's like, you know, I don't know, some drawing, right? This is the very first draft. I hold this thing very dear in my heart. This is the spark. This is the spark that created the masterpiece to come, as we know, as creators. Other people, like normal people that aren't like artists, are like, what are you talking about, dude? Bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. And also bear with my pluggy nose. Um, so first draft. Maybe I write some notes about this first draft. It's like change, I don't know, sun color or something. I don't know. I'm actually not a visual artist. I'm a musician. But so maybe this is a song, right? And I'm like, make it sadder. Make it sadder. And how do we do that? D minor. D minor. It's D minor. This is the saddest chord. So, anyways, I'm going on and creating, and then I have like my version two, and then version five, right? And more notes. And you kind of see in the picture, I'm like, I have this collection before I do this. I'm just collecting all of this stuff in my website, right? So I'm collecting all these various uh, pieces in my website, in my thoughts module, uploading my playlists. Um, More to come. Like obviously we're gonna have a pictures module, but in a minute. Uh, and we're putting all this together. And in this experience, we're like, okay, I've in these thoughts, I've tagged them. I've said like this is like, I don't know, um, I call it a spark. This is our original idea of something I want to take somewhere. I can feel it. When I think about this idea, I feel it getting bigger. I hear other pieces, but I haven't like sat down and recorded it, right? So this like I have this voice note maybe or something. I have a spark, or I have this like three like maybe rhyme, and it like itches something in my brain, and I have to do something with it. It's a spark. So I've gone through and I've tagged all these sparks. I'm like searching them, and I'm like starting to import these sparks into this module, and I end up with all these different things, right? And now I'm like, okay, I want to like linearly put these together in like an experience for people. Might be like Elijah, what are all these arrows? So I've said, okay, in 2 seconds after you see this first thing, go to this. In 5 seconds, go to this. Meanwhile, play version one of this song while the person is going through these, right? They're just looking at these notes, and it's like they're watching this experience. The song is playing. It's a full multimedia experience, but it's not a video. It's like people just are like, you've curated this, you've created this like sequence of events to happen in the browser, and it's happening. Maybe the song crossfades to version five. Like, so the playing music turns and crossfades to version five while they get here. Excuse me. Right? So all this stuff is going to happen in this curated experience thingy. Um, and one like final point that I wanted to get to, which is why this is the reason why this is an open source project. Okay, you might be like, why are you making this open source? Because um, the future of social media can't be owned by a corporation. It has to be owned by people. And the algorithms that work, they have to work for people. And the only way to do that is for people to become the curation algorithm. So, how do we do that? Creators often collaborate, right? And collaboration is part of the non-linear process of creation because I might have this idea. I might take this idea to a certain point. Maybe I publish an idea, right? So maybe I'm like, I start here, I get here, and this is like V3. And then I go here and I'm like, okay, publish. and then I have some like music video or something, right? That is my journey as Orange Man going through this creative process. Maybe I have like an alternate version or whatever. It's alternate version. It's alternate version 2. Okay, so we got alternate version. But maybe Orange Guy does a collab with Blue Guy, right? Which is known to happen. And these guys go and they publish, I don't know, some remix. During this curated process, people might be like, okay, I'm watching this thing. At this point, Orange Guy says, hey, this has two paths. Which one do you want? By default, curated guys or Orange Guy says your curated experience is going to go this way by default, just so the user doesn't have to touch anything, right? And then obviously, side note, after this is curated experience is done, Orange Guy says this is next. Next thing starts playing. By the way, there's no ads. Why? Because, well, I mean, okay, the user, you're on their website, you're basically on their own website content platform. They don't need to have ads. If this guy, Orange Guy, by the way, Orange Guy's me. I don't want, and nobody's getting ads because you're already there. You're experiencing what I want you to experience. Nothing else. Maybe like you can have like a tip jar or something like Amy, give me, please, sir, I need to pay my rent. If you could give me £5, £5, then I could eat tonight. Otherwise, I might starve to death. So that's where we're at. Um, but maybe Orange Guy's like, yo, if you're interested to see what the other direction that this took at this point, come with me, come with us. And during these like little landmark pages, you have the option to bounce out to Blue Guy's content platform, meaning you'll no longer be in Orange Guy's content platform at all. You'll be in a completely alternate dimension. You will be over here. Now you're in Blue Guy's dimension. Orange Guy, he's another idea. Orange Guy's over here. Blue Guy said, okay, you landed on my page. Here's Orange Guy's. Here's a portal back to Orange Guy's page. Click that. You go back to Orange Guy's page. Okay. Why? Why? When you scroll social media platforms, this is your feed. I'm not going to use orange because orange is my color. Let's use gray because old social media, boring. Why? Because you have this shit. You have this shit. And what is this shit? This shit is algorithmically curated dopamine fucking bullshit. We don't want this. We don't want it anymore. Nobody does. You look online, you see, like, don't scroll, right? Scrolling is not the problem. It's the algorithms. It's these freaking algorithms. Corporate created algorithms that want you to stay frustrated. They want you to buy things. They want you to feel not good enough, right? That's not what we're doing at Lawns. Lawns is an invite only platforms for creators and for users to come and experience. If you don't agree with what I just said, sorry, you're not welcome on this platform. It's as simple as that. Scroll, go scroll Instagram, go scroll TikTok. That's fine. Do your thing. You could do whatever you like, but you're wrong. And so back to this. So what is this? Effectively, this is like random content that's going to enter your brain. And if you're a man, maybe it's some like half naked girl. I don't want to see that, you know? I don't need to see that. It's not it's not something I wish to experience. But why is that an experience for people? Because they want you to stay glued to these platforms. Lawns, wants you to come have an experience, maybe go to a show, maybe go to an art gallery in the real world. I know it's scary out there. It's it's where the real human interaction is. Okay. So we want you to experience things that creators made. We want you to be able to, we want you to be able to like go forever in these worlds. You can jump between creators. Um, because here's the reason. All right. So like aside from this, aside from like social media bad, tinfoil hat shit, here's the business proposition, I suppose. You as a user, you come to Orange Guy's place. Orange Guy made this experience. You came here and like watched it. And you came here because you already like Orange Guy. You're like, I F with this dude. He does things I like. He likes things I like. Right? So Orange Guy's like, okay, well, how can I make how can I enrich that person's life with experiences? Orange Guy says, I can do that by showing them things that I like as well. So generally speaking, people I work with creatively will enjoy things I like to a degree, right? That's just the way it goes. Um, so getting people to leading people to others' creative domains will give them more of what they like. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it's like you're allowing people to experience something and enrich their lives. But Orange Creator is also like, hey, I got these like videos that I really love, right? Maybe they're YouTube playlists or whatever. We're going to just consolidate them into this experience where they can watch them one after another as well. Because Orange Guy's like, I like this, so my people will also like this. So the user being the creator of the site, or me, Elijah, I'm creating these experiences for people. I'm curating not just content, but experiences, enrichment, education, cool shit. And I'm just bringing this together in one place for people. And it is my lawn, my digital lawn. And on that note, so we got like, okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna make this thought module, and then next, this is my like kind of like V my V2 landmark, V3 landmark or something. Um, but so we got user curated discovery, right? You like what person A likes. You might like what person B likes because person B is recommended to you by person A. So you will like all of this. Will you like what person C likes? Only one way to find out. Dive into their experiences. Okay? Here's the here's the thing. Lawns is an invite only platform. Okay? Because why? Because it's not a platform for you to just shamelessly self promote. It is a platform that you use. You're gonna you are creating something for a captive audience. That's the mindset behind this platform. You're not trying to get their attention. People come to lawns mindfully. They come to these experiences mindfully, and they say, I'm ready to just like enjoy something. It's like you put on a movie, right? Okay, if you put on a movie and you don't have your phone in your hand, you're mindfully choosing to watch that movie, right? You're saying like, I want to experience this thing. A movie is just a movie is just a curated experience. The directors come together and they're like, I have this story. I got all these like random people that can like make up these characters. I got these musicians. I got this like sound stuff. I'm gonna put this together in a linear curated experience, right? Linear meaning there is one frame of the picture after another. It's a linear experience. Maybe like you Tarantino it, it's not a linear thing. You know what I mean? But the point is that there's no, with a movie, there's a start and a finish, right? With our curated experiences, there is infinite possibilities and branches we can go down. And it's all curated by users. Mostly, mostly. Let's go back to this feed. And then I'm going to wrap this up with this. Our users are used to this. Our users are used to scrolling. Scrolling is literally addictive. Literally, we're addicted to dopamine scroll. I keep all my apps deleted just so when I pick up my phone, I'm like, hey, buddy, why'd you pick up your phone? You don't have any apps on it. You can see it. You can see the addiction. Try it out. But we're used to this, right? And why? Why do we like this? Because we want to discover shit, right? We want to discover something that's like cool. But what do we get? We get maybe on the top one, some person that we like really like. Next one, fucking ad. Next one, ad. Next one, girl with giant boobs, right? This is not, this is not, I'm sorry. This is the downfall of fucking civilization. This is not experience. This is not experiential. This is not an experience. And from a business perspective, CEO or like some business investor or whatever, you might be looking at this and be like, well, if it doesn't have this, how will we make money? Investors. You probably won't. Just stay away from here. This is not your place. This is literally socialism in social media, I think. Probably not literally. But it is a free place. Free in that orange guy, me, hosts my content platform. And I'm like, cool, come look at my shit. And blue guy's like, hey, I also host my stuff. Come look at my stuff. And orange guy's like, I like what you're doing, blue guy. I'm gonna post a couple like um we're gonna say links for the purpose of our like web 2 thinking. But with our hyper media transfer protocol, we are able to just say the user will just bounce between sites. They won't even know what happened. It's a dream. Um, so yeah, investors, if you want to give me money, hey, I'll take your money. But I'm letting you know this is an open source project. This is a project to better humanity. Maybe this isn't the one that takes off, but this is where the world is going. The world can't survive on freaking dopamine. Never mind. The world will not survive on this. So we need to build something better. I'm hoping Lawns is part of that. So if you do too, great. Um, so yeah. Anyways, my point is that this must exist. When you go outside, you see, excuse me, when you go outside, this is why people don't like outside. Why? It's random. There might be crazy people out there. There might be people trying to kill you. There might be people looking for connection, right? Oh no. Oh no. But what if? That's outside. Those are the possibilities of outside, right? So people often focus on this. And they go on social media because this is the this is the what? The microtransaction that you get. You like someone's post, you comment, they like your post. Connection, love, friendship. It's not real, people. It is a microtransaction, and it is aimed at the dopamine center of your brain. This is your brain. It is aimed at that one piece so that you will come back and you'll be like, what if I get more of that? This is now. You go outside, oh, scary. Don't go out there. The news is showing you it's very bad out there. So if we're going to stay inside, if we're not going to go outside, if we are going to stay inside, we need a place where this is possible. And this cycle is not the main focus. Yes, we want to be entertained. Yes, we want to laugh. Yes, we want to find connection. Yes, 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 we want all this fun, good stuff, but we don't want it to be driven by this shit because that is when you get Instagram. It's when you get Facebook, when you get Threads, when you get Twitter, when you get TikTok, when you get blah, 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 all the exact same platforms, blue sky. It's not going to change until these algorithms are not driven by money. And how do we do this? How do we do this? We need a way for this algorithm, quote, to be as random as real life. How do we do that? Math dot random? That is absolutely wild. Maybe timeline? Actually, chronological feed? Chronological feed of all the creators in Lawns in some kind of like ledger. We've posted something, gets written to this ledger. Here we go. Now this ledger is our database, obviously copied to something more performant than blockchain because fucking. So we got this database full of things, full of interesting and cool things. Maybe one's by like orange guy, maybe one's by blue guy, maybe one's by green guy. Maybe one is even by Zuckerberg himself. It's all in here. And we have these. And where do these come from? Guess what? Open source, baby. You like designing algorithms? You want to make something cool? How about we let people subscribe to different modules? Let's say here in my curated experience or my feed, um, in the feed, there's the feed. It's a feed module. And the feed is universal for all LAWNZ experience website thingies. But the user can say, I want to use this algorithm. Algorithm one is created by none other than Purple Guy, Zuckerberg himself. Zuckerberg's like, I love LAWNZ. He's like, Elijah, I'm gonna give you like $500 million, and I just want you to go and make this thing. The world needs this. That's what Zuckerberg said to me. Zuckerberg's like, but I still want to use my evil mind and make this algorithm that everyone's going to love. I'm going to make the best algorithm, says Zuckerberg, because I'm the godfather of algorithms. I'm Mark Zuckerberg. So I'm going to make an algorithm that everybody wants. And everyone's just going to want it straight up. So this Zuckerberg's algorithm is going to like go into all of our various. Where did I put my like database again? remember where I put it. Huh. Anyways, it's going to go into all of our posts. Oh, yeah. This algorithm's going to dig into the universal posts and it's going to like run analytics on it, on all the things. Maybe we have like metadata and all that stuff to help algorithm makers curate these experiences for people because they're cool experiences. And that's it. Maybe Zuckerberg's like, you know what? I'm so evil that I'm going to charge people for this algorithm. And hey, Zuckerberg, that is your prerogative. If it's that good and people want the best stuff, boom, there you go. Maybe you have like a celebrity algorithm and it's just all the top celebrities. Boom, there you go. Dips in here, grabs you all the celebrities. That's all you see. And the coolest part, these algorithms generate playlists that you can see, just like the playlist here in my desktop experience. So playlist's already done. We're almost there, people. All we need to do is all the rest and get Zuckerberg on board to give me $500 million. Zuckerberg, I await the bank transfer, and then I will relocate to California, where it is always warm and beautiful. Actually, Barcelona, where all the real artists used to live. Okay, Zuckerberg, $500 million. Let's just backtrack. I'm gonna move to Barcelona when Zuckerberg gives me $500 million because he wants to design an algorithm for lawns. Boom. And good night.